games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a video showing you guys what I am expecting to see from this Summer Heat promo that is coming out on Wednesday. So the time you're potentially seeing this video, 2 days from now, because this will be uploaded on the Monday before it. Now before we kick off, one thing I do want to say is tomorrow, aka Tuesday, again this could be hella confusing if you're not watching this on the Monday, but apologies if that's the case. But if you are watching this on the Monday, tomorrow, aka Tuesday the 16th, I will be streaming from about midday roughly, hopefully, with a graphic designer known as Dave. You guys may remember him as Foot20DZN. He is an actual graphic designer, a very good graphic designer as well, and we will together be working and trying to create some pretty cool looking concepts for what we think might be some of these Summer Heat cards. So I'm going to explain through firstly what I'm expecting from the promo, what I think the promo is going to be about. Secondly, then I'm going to show you a couple of concepts I've made just to then explain some of what I've seen and some of what I'm predicting to happen. But yeah, let's basically get into talking about what we think this promo is going to be about. So we have been given some teasers. Firstly, you can see the cards here above us. So there's two different types of cards. So the first one, which I'll call like the special design, the one where the paint's going off the sides, and that kind of thing. And then we've got the one above us here. We'll talk about the base one first. A lot of people saying that if you look at it, and I can kind of agree with what they're saying, it looks a little bit foot swapsy. It looks a little bit like the kind of design to some of the foot swap cards we've seen. Obviously, not just with the base of like what the card is at the top, because that's obviously like the rare card design, but the bottom bit, it's kind of got a very similar style, like the way that the lighting and everything works, and it looks somewhat similar to the way we've seen these foot swap cards. So could we potentially see something to do with foot swaps with the Summer Heat promo? Not entirely sure. How would it work? Again, no idea, but potentially I like that idea as a concept. I'm not against the idea of a foot swap because I want a reason to play the game at the moment. Obviously the game cycle is pretty much done. As a content creator, content is kind of what I'm hoping to see. I'm kind of hoping to see some stuff that we can actually do on stream, we can interact with, we can have fun with as a community, and the swaps kind of thing I think for me would be ideal. So that's an idea. Again, this stuff is concept. I can't sit here now and say I know full well this is exactly what's going to happen for this promo. I'm just offering up suggestions from what I've seen and what I think I am going to expect to see. You just want to make that very clear straight away. So that is an idea of what they could be. That could also be on the flip side, that's like an SBC card design. You know, obviously we saw the team of the season so far, and then we saw the team of the season so far moment. It could be that that's a different kind of design because one's an SBC / objective kind of design, the other is like the packable design or whatever. So foot swaps is a potential option, so Summer Heat foot swaps, or it could just be that those are two separate designs for two different style of things, like we saw with the team of the season so far and the team of the season so far moment. So that's the first thing I want to get into. The second thing we're going to talk about is the little teaser screen we had from EA themselves, the one that showed the design, and then we had those four little badges with sort of the corners peeling away, and in front of them the Summer Heat design. So to go through those very quickly, we had Flashback was the one on the left, then we had the Footless logo next to that, then we had the Flashback Moments logo, and the one on the far right was Halloween, or like the Scream promo, I should say. So those are the four promos that we saw. So the immediate indication that most people thought of were they're going to be re-releasing SBCs. They've done this in the past. It's a fair assumption. A lot of previous Fifas we've had, you know, popular SBCs that were re-released. Often they're a little bit cheaper. But I think they're going to do something a little bit different. The fact we've got these Summer Heat promo cards, the design, I think we are going to see something a little bit different, and I'll get into that in a second. But I do still think they're going to re-release SBCs, but I do think they're going to do it slightly differently. So without further ado, let's get into some of the card design stuff that I've made. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's a little bit different. I'm not a graphic designer. I want to throw this out there straight away. What you see here, this kind of thumbnail thing that I've made, is, you know, that's the level of my graphics. It's about as far as I can get. So these cards, they're not perfect. I know that there's definitely ways to improve them. Of course, if you are a graphic designer, let me know what you think of them and how I can improve it. Would be greatly appreciated. And of course, obviously, we'll have some improvements coming out tomorrow, Tuesday the 16th, on our card design stream for the Summer Heats with Foot20DZN. But for now, guys, let's get into these next few sort of slides, and hopefully you guys enjoy the concept that we've come up with here of what Summer Heats could be. Okay, so my thought process is they're going to re-release SBCs, but they're going to re-release these cards as Summer Heat cards, and they're going to be boosted. That is my thought process. That is my concept. That's what I think. I'm not going to claim, when I say my concept, I'm not claiming to be the only person that thinks it's going to happen. I'm not going to sit here now and say no one else has come up with this idea. There's probably loads of people that have come up with this idea. I just personally think that is what's going to happen. I think we're going to see re-released SBCs, but with improvements. So we're going to go through from left to right. I've picked one card of each of those designs to re-release, apart from one because actually it's a bit of a stinker to find card designs from there, but I'll get into that in a second. But we are going to talk about, firstly, Flashback, and Theo Walcott, I think, was the first Flashback SBC that we saw in the game. I have this card. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I didn't enjoy it very, very much. The 3-star, I think it's 3-star, 3-star, bit of a stinker, but we could see a re-released Theo Walcott SBC, and I think if they're going to do that, I think they'll boost the cards with the Summer Heat design on it. And I think, personally, I think that's one of the best designs I've ever done for a card. I'm really chuffed with that Theo Walcott, so I'm just going to throw that out there. But if they were to do that and kind of boost these cards, I think it'd be really sick to see, you know, a card like Theo Walcott that we saw as an 85 and I don't think was massively usable, to see a 92 version. Maybe they up the skill moves weak for that kind of thing like they've done in Foot Birthday promos. Maybe. We have to wait and see, but I think this kind of concept would be great. So this is just an idea of maybe one of the Flashback cards we could see from this promo if they do upgrade cards. Up next, a very, very popular card, the Footless part of this, and I've gone with Mendy because Mendy was an incredibly popular card, incredibly expensive. I think it was like a 300k SBC for an 85 rated left back. But imagine a 92 rated version of this card with so many good Real Madrid players that you can now get, especially in the defense. A perfect link to Team of the Season. Varane, for example. You can just surround him with great cards like the Ramos, the Eder Militao, Flashback, all of these incredible cards. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a card like Mendy if this was the kind of promo that we saw. I think if they're just going to re-release SBCs, I do think we'll get Mendy anyway. But if they are going to do this boost concept, I think that we will see a boosted Ferland Mendy. And again, pretty proud of these designs. I'm getting chuffed myself. I'm gassing myself up here. I'm pretty proud. I know there's ways to improve it, but you know what? I'm pretty happy. But again, Ferland Mendy is my concept here for the Footless upgrades. Now, I've skipped the player moments one because I struggled to find a list of all of them, and I could only think of a very few, and a lot of them had very high rated cards already. So I didn't want to go and throw in, like, let's say Bernardo Silva, for example, and make him like a 98. I don't see something like that happening. I wouldn't be upset with seeing some big cards. But I've gone here with, I think it's Tahith. Apologies, anyone, if I butchered that. Tahith Chong. I'm just going to say, mate, your hair is gorgeous. Chong, if you're ever watching this, loving your hair, mate. Keep it up. But, again, another card that I don't think was massively desirable because he wasn't particularly good. For me, at least, he didn't play very well. But you look at that 90 rated version, and, mate, that card's going to be insane. Again, another SBC that was really cheap. It was like a 15k SBC at the time. Imagine boosting that to a 90 rated Chong there. That would be absolutely incredible. Like, seriously, I think these kind of style of upgrades would be exactly what we want to see. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see these kind of upgrades. This is what I want to see. Base cards, or like very, very, like at the time, low rated cards, give them a massive boost, make them really fun to use, make them relatively cheap and affordable, or like attainable, and we're going to be doing bits. So a Chong potentially as a 90 rated from the Scream promo. Now, the final card that I've upgraded is one that I'm sure a lot of people anticipated, and that is Ken. Ken is one of the most used players in the game. Absolutely ridiculous SBC. One that I do slightly regret not doing, but one I don't regret doing because it means I can claim to be a good person. However, if this 91 comes out, I'm doing it. There's no two ways about it. He's getting done. Like, let's not lie about it, guys. He will get completed. There's no way I skip over it this time. But again, because I couldn't get the moments like design, I thought I'd do just the fourth one, throw one out there. Could be other SBCs that they do. This could be the kind of thing that maybe we see as an objective card or an SBC that they can just drain the coins out of us from. But we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see as to how they upgrade this. For me, if he doesn't get a Summer Heat and we still get footies, I do think we're going to get a big special 90 plus rated Kent anyway. But if it's in the Summer Heat promo, I wouldn't be too surprised, and I'd expect it to be either a very expensive SBC, a very attainable objective, because of course they'll make it really easy for everyone to get, or of course a very expensive tradable card on the market. But those were just a couple of concept cards, a couple of concepts of what I think the promo is going to be about. If you have any suggestions or any thought process, please put them in the comment section below. Obviously, it could be by the time I filmed this, it could be we've had more information come out about what the promo is going to be. So it could be I'm completely wrong. It could be nail on the head and I've smashed it, but we'll have to wait and see when we're given a bit more information. But hopefully this has been somewhat fun. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this concept. Hopefully seeing my card designs maybe got you a little bit excited for the stream tomorrow, 16th. Make sure you're there. Dave is going to be there too with some great card designs with us and helping us improve with our graphics designs. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, then please do smash a like on it. It's greatly appreciated. Again, let me know your thoughts on the promo down below and what you expect to see. see. And of course, if you're new around here, a subscription is greatly appreciated. On our way to 5k, it'd be amazing if we can hit that. We're trying to hit it before the end of June, so be part of the movement and join in if you want to be part of the channel. But for now, guys, I want to say massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you very, very soon. But above all else, guys, look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands. See you later.
Let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.